Have you ever wondered how some seniors manage to keep their homes so spotless without feeling stressed? I used to think a clean and tidy home required endless hours of scrubbing and organizing until I discovered 12 simple daily habits that made all the difference. These habits aren't about striving for perfection or spending your day cleaning. They're about small, thoughtful actions that fit seamlessly into your routine. Not only do they help maintain a welcoming and clutter-free home, but they also bring a sense of peace, control, and pride to your daily life. In this video, I'll share my own journey, practical tips, and the habits that transformed my home into a sanctuary. Stick around, and you'll learn how these small, manageable changes can make a big impact. Before we dive in, let me know where you're watching from in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more senior-friendly advice. Let's start with the first habit. It's a simple evening routine that sets the tone for a fresh, stress-free morning. 1. Tidy up before bed. Every night before bed, I spend just 10 minutes tidying up, and let me tell you, it has made all the difference. When I first started this habit, I doubted it would matter. After all, how much can 10 minutes really change? But the first time I woke up to a clean, organized space, I realized how powerful it could be. No more waking up to yesterday's mess or feeling like the day was off to a chaotic start. Instead, my mornings became calmer, lighter, and much more enjoyable. The beauty of this habit is how simple it is. I begin by walking through my main living areas, picking up little things, coffee cups left on the side table, a magazine tossed on the couch, or a stray pair of glasses. Then I give the kitchen counters a quick wipe to keep them looking fresh and inviting. Finally, I fold the throw blankets on the couch, making everything look neat and cozy. What's surprising is how these small steps add up. By taking just 10 minutes to reset my home, I'm gifting myself a peaceful start to the next day. It's not about perfection. It's about creating a space that feels ready to welcome you in the morning. So tonight, give it a try. Set a timer, take it one room at a time, and enjoy the difference a few simple actions can make. Your mornings and your mood will thank you. 2. Handle clutter immediately. I used to have a bad habit of leaving things out, thinking, I'll put that away later. Keys on the dining table, newspapers stacked on the counter, a jacket thrown over the back of a chair. It all seemed harmless at first, but later rarely came, and before I knew it, the clutter had taken over. It wasn't just the mess that bothered me, it was the constant nagging feeling that I had more to do. Then one day, I decided to try something different. I started putting things back in their place right away. At first, it felt like extra effort, but it quickly became second nature. Now, when I finish reading a book, I return it to the shelf instead of leaving it on the coffee table. After folding laundry, I take a few extra minutes to put it away instead of letting it sit in the basket. My keys always go in the same little dish by the door, and my glasses go straight into their case. These small changes have made a huge difference. Dealing with clutter as it happens prevents bigger messes from building up. It saves you the stress of having to tackle a mountain of chores all at once. Plus, a tidy space feels so much more peaceful and welcoming. Try it for a week. Pick one area, like your kitchen or living room, and focus on putting things back right after you use them. You'll be amazed at how much calmer your home feels. 3. Focus on high-traffic areas. First, when I started focusing on what I call my golden triangle, the kitchen, living room, and bathroom, I felt an immediate difference in how my home looked and felt. These are the spaces I use the most, and I realized that keeping them clean made my entire home feel fresh and welcoming, even if other areas weren't perfect. I used to feel overwhelmed trying to clean every corner of the house, but now I concentrate on these high-traffic areas first. The kitchen is the heart of my home, so I make sure the counters are wiped down and the sink is clear at the end of each day. A tidy kitchen makes cooking more enjoyable and keeps everything feeling organized. The living room is where I spend most of my time relaxing or hosting friends, so I straighten up the pillows, fold throw blankets, and dust the coffee table. It takes just a few minutes, but it makes the space feel cozy and inviting. The bathroom is another priority because it's used daily and can quickly feel untidy. A quick wipe of the sink and mirror, along with emptying the trash, keeps it looking clean without much effort. By focusing on these frequently used spaces, I feel more in control of my home without wearing myself out. It's not about tackling the whole house, it's about making the spaces that matter most shine. Start with your high-traffic areas, and you'll notice how much more manageable everything feels. A little attention in the right places truly goes a long way. 4. Start your day with a morning routine. When I first decided to start making my bed every morning, it felt like such a chore. I thought, what's the point? I'm just going to mess it up again tonight. But over time, this small act became something I genuinely look forward to. It's no longer just about tidying my bed, it's a simple way to start my day with intention. That 2-minute habit makes my bedroom feel calm and put together, and it gives me a small but meaningful sense of accomplishment. A consistent morning routine has made an even bigger impact on how I approach my day. After making my bed, I open the curtains to let in natural light and fresh air. There's something so refreshing about starting the day with sunlight streaming in. While my coffee brews, I take a few moments to tidy up the kitchen. Wiping the counters or putting away last night's dishes makes the space feel ready for the day ahead. These little tasks might seem small, but together they create a sense of order and peace. For me, they've transformed mornings from chaotic to calm. By starting the day with a few easy wins, I feel more motivated to tackle other tasks throughout the day. If you're not a morning person like me, start with just one thing: make your bed or open the curtains. You'll be surprised how these small actions can set the tone for a positive and productive day. 5. Declutter a little every day. I used to dread the idea of decluttering. The thought of spending an entire weekend sorting through piles of stuff felt overwhelming, so I kept putting it off. But the longer I waited, the bigger the task became. Then I decided to try something new, decluttering just a little bit each day, and it changed everything. Now, instead of letting things pile up, I take a few minutes each day to handle the clutter. If I notice a shirt in my closet that I haven't worn in years, I put it in a donation box. When I come across old magazines or mail, I recycle them immediately. Doing this daily has not only kept my home organized, but also made the process feel effortless. One of the best things about this habit is how manageable it is. I don't need to carve out hours of my day. I simply declutter while I'm already doing something else. Sometimes it's during a commercial break while watching TV or when I'm tidying up the living room in the evening. These small moments add up, and they've made a noticeable difference in my space. This approach has brought me a sense of peace. My home feels lighter, and I'm no longer weighed down by the clutter. If decluttering has ever felt overwhelming to you, try starting small. Focus on one drawer, one shelf, or even just one item each day. You'll be amazed at how quickly your space transforms. 6. Clean as you go. My friend Robert, a retired chef, taught me one of the most valuable habits I've ever learned. Clean as you cook. He explained how, in a busy kitchen, staying organized and cleaning up as you go is the only way to stay on top of things. I decided to give it a try, not just in the kitchen, but throughout my home, and it's been a game changer. At first, it felt like extra work, but I quickly realized how much easier it made everything. Instead of letting dirty dishes pile up in the sink, I wash them while I wait for the coffee to brew or the soup to simmer. If I spill something on the counter, I wipe it up right away. These small actions take only a few seconds, but they prevent messes from growing into overwhelming tasks later. This habit has brought so much peace to my daily life. My kitchen, once a source of stress, now feels manageable and welcoming. And I've applied the same approach to other parts of my home. If I take a book off the shelf, I put it back when I'm done. When I change clothes, I hang them up or toss them straight into the laundry basket. Cleaning as you go keeps your space consistently tidy, and it saves you from the dreaded big cleanups. It's a simple habit, but it makes a huge difference. Give it a try. You'll feel the benefits almost immediately. 7. Use smart storage solutions. When I moved to a smaller apartment a few years ago, I quickly realized the importance of having a place for everything. At first, the space felt cramped and chaotic, with too many items and not enough room to store them. I found myself spending more time searching for things than actually enjoying my home. Then I started implementing smarter storage solutions, and everything changed. Having a designated spot for each item made my home feel more spacious and manageable. For instance, I added a small set of hooks near the door for my keys and coat. No more hunting for my keys every morning or leaving my coat draped over a chair. In the kitchen, I started using clear bins to organize my pantry. It's so much easier to see what I have and avoid buying duplicates. Even little changes, like keeping a basket by my favorite chair for my glasses and remote, made a big difference. Smart storage doesn't just reduce clutter, it makes everyday life easier. When everything has its place, cleaning becomes quicker and the house feels calmer. I also noticed that storing frequently used items within easy reach saves me time and effort, which is so helpful as I get older. If you're feeling overwhelmed by clutter, start small. Find a convenient spot for the items you use most often. You'll be surprised how much more peaceful your home feels when it's organized to work for you. 8. Wipe surfaces daily. I used to think wiping down surfaces every day was unnecessary. Why bother until it gets dusty? I'd say to myself. But then I noticed how quickly dust and grime seemed to accumulate, making everything feel dull and uninviting. One day, I decided to give daily surface cleaning a try, and I was amazed by the difference. My home instantly felt fresher, brighter, and more welcoming, and it took far less time than I expected. Now, wiping surfaces has become part of my daily routine. I keep a microfiber cloth nearby, and whenever I notice a smudge on the coffee table or a crumb on the kitchen counter, I take a moment to clean it. It's quick and easy, and it prevents dirt from building up. I've also started paying attention to areas I used to overlook, like light switches, doorknobs, and even the remote control. These small details might seem minor, but keeping them clean makes the entire house feel more polished. The best part is how manageable this habit is. By staying on top of it daily, I've saved myself from the frustration of deep cleaning later. And there's something so satisfying about walking into a room where the counters shine and the surfaces feel spotless. If you've been putting off surface cleaning, give it a try for just a week. You'll be surprised how much lighter and more pleasant your home feels when you make it part of your everyday routine. 9. Keep floors clean. As I've gotten older, I've had to find ways to clean my home that don't strain my back or take up too much energy. Cleaning the floors used to feel like such a big task, but once I discovered lightweight tools, everything changed. Now, keeping my floors clean is quick, simple, and doesn't leave me feeling worn out. A clean floor makes a bigger difference than I ever realized. It instantly lifts the look of the entire room, making it feel fresher and more inviting. Not only that, but clean floors reduce dust and allergens, which has really helped with my breathing and overall comfort at home. I've also noticed how much easier it is to keep dirt from spreading when I pay extra attention to the entryways. A quick sweep or wipe near the door every day saves so much trouble later on. I've made cleaning my floors part of my daily routine, but I don't try to do everything at once. I focus on the high traffic areas, like the kitchen and living room, and use a lightweight vacuum or mop that's easy to maneuver. It doesn't take long, just a few minutes each day, and it keeps everything feeling tidy and fresh. If cleaning your floors feels overwhelming, start small. Tackle one area at a time and find tools that work for you. You'll be amazed at how much better your home feels with clean, welcoming floors. 10. Invest in functional decor. I used to fill my shelves and tables with knickknacks that I thought made my home feel warm and personal. Over time, though, those cluttered surfaces started to feel overwhelming rather than comforting. That's when I decided to shift my approach and focus on meaningful items and functional decor. Now, every piece in my home has a purpose, whether it's sentimental, practical, or both. One of my favorite changes was replacing random clutter with framed family photos. Seeing the faces of my loved ones brings me joy every day, and it keeps my space feeling cozy without being crowded. I've also started using decorative baskets to store things like magazines, blankets, or even knitting supplies. They look beautiful and keep everything neatly tucked away. Another great discovery was furniture that serves more than one purpose. My ottoman, for example, doubles as storage for extra pillows and throws. It keeps my living room tidy and adds a touch of style. By choosing items that are both functional and decorative, I've been able to create a space that feels organized and welcoming. This approach has completely transformed how I feel about my home. It's no longer about having as much as possible on display. It's about finding the right balance. If your home feels cluttered, try replacing excess items with meaningful decor that also serves a purpose. It's a simple way to enhance your space, reduce mess, and make your home a place you truly love. 11. Maintain a laundry routine. There was a time when laundry felt like an impossible task. I would let it pile up for days, sometimes even weeks, and by the time I got around to it, the sheer amount of clothes, towels, and linens waiting for me was overwhelming. I dreaded the chore so much that I kept putting it off, which only made it worse. Then I decided to make a small change, doing smaller loads regularly. It's amazing how this one habit has transformed my routine. Now I've set specific days each week for laundry, and it's become such a manageable part of my schedule. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, I actually enjoy the process. I've even made a habit of folding clothes right as they come out of the dryer. There's something satisfying about neatly stacking clean, fresh-smelling laundry. It's a small victory that feels rewarding. What I've noticed is that staying on top of laundry keeps my home looking and feeling tidier. No more baskets overflowing in the corner of the bedroom. No more scrambling to find clean socks in the morning. It also saves me time and energy because smaller loads are quicker to handle. If laundry has ever felt like a mountain to climb, try breaking it into smaller hills. Choose 1 or 2 days a week to tackle a load or two. Fold clothes as soon as they're ready and put them away immediately. You'll find that it's not just about clean clothes, it's about creating a rhythm that makes your life easier. 12. Take pride in your home. I used to see cleaning as nothing more than a chore, something that had to be done out of necessity. But over time, I realized that keeping my home clean and organized brought me more than just a tidy space. It gave me a sense of pride and peace. The first time I stepped back after cleaning my living room, lit a favorite candle, and sat down to enjoy the calm, I understood that this wasn't just about having a neat house. It was about creating a place that felt like a sanctuary. Taking pride in your home isn't about achieving perfection. It's about cherishing the space you've built and making it a reflection of the life you love. For me, something as simple as putting fresh flowers in a vase or displaying a framed photo of my grandchildren on the mantle makes all the difference. These small touches bring warmth and joy to my space, and they remind me why I put in the effort to keep it clean. I've also learned to celebrate the small victories. Whether it's finishing the laundry or wiping down the kitchen counters, I take a moment to appreciate what I've accomplished. It's amazing how these little acts can lift your spirits and make your home feel even more inviting. Your home is more than just a roof over your head. It's a part of your story. Take pride in it, nurture it, and let it be a source of comfort and happiness every day. Keeping your home clean and organized doesn't have to be overwhelming. These 12 simple daily habits, from tidying up before bed to taking pride in your space, can transform not only your home, but also your mindset. It's not about striving for perfection. It's about making small, manageable changes that bring peace, comfort, and control into your everyday life. As someone who has embraced these habits, I can tell you firsthand how much of a difference they make. A tidy home isn't just about appearances, it's about creating an environment that supports your emotional well-being and helps you enjoy your golden years to the fullest. Start small. Choose one habit to try today, whether it's clearing clutter as you go or starting your day with a morning routine. Little by little, you'll see the positive impact these changes bring. Which habit will you try first? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips.